Graduates, I have two questions that I would like you to consider tonight. Before I ask them, I predict that I will know what each of you will answer to both questions. Furthermore, I believe that the vast majority of you will share the same reply. And in fact, I think that both questions can be answered by most of you in one simple word. Now that I've totally confused you, here's question number one. What do you value most in your life right now? Think about it for just a moment. Question number two. What is most responsible for getting you to this momentous point in your life? I'm not going to put anyone on the spot that could embarrass you and ruin my psychic reputation. So I'm going to reveal the one-word answer that I feel is the appropriate and most apt response for every graduate here. The one word is family. I think if you give any thought to the question as to what you value most in life, it would be the people who are sitting here celebrating your most recent achievement. The moms, dads, grandparents, brothers, sisters, and other relatives who have been your support system throughout your life and with whom you share holidays, vacations, and every special occasion. And because these people are there in the good times and the bad, family is also the answer to the question for who is most responsible for getting you to this important milestone in your life, graduation from middle school. Our gospel tonight is focused on the theme of unity. We are one body. And nowhere do we experience unity more vibrantly than in a strong, loving family. You should all know that your parents would no doubt answer these questions the very same way you did. I know I would. When it comes to family, I have been truly blessed. Both my parents are still alive, and even though they need assistance with many of the daily activities that we take for granted, they have never stopped being my parents. At 92 and 84 years of age, they still give me advice, ask me questions, and they even still worry about me. I am also fortunate to have one brother and two sisters who I was raised with and who I still get together with often. Finally, I have a loving wife and two adult sons who fill me with pride and joy every day. The relationships I share with these people is what I cherish most in life, and they have all played a vital role in any successes that I have had. But when it comes to family, I have been doubly blessed. 35 years ago, I was adopted by another family. 35 years ago, I came to Chaminade. Many things were different around the campus in those days, including Mr. Rausser's hair color. And truth be told, my hair color as well. And even though the CME hadn't been officially created back in 1978, the family spirit that is so central to our mission was noticeably present. I was welcomed into the school community by students, teachers, and parents alike. That family spirit that is synonymous with Meritus education has never left this campus. It is the main reason that I've stayed for over 3 decades. As you get ready to move on to high school, I'm hoping that you have felt that sense of family at Chaminade. Maybe you felt it when Brother Skip greeted you in the morning as you walked past the campus ministry office. Maybe you felt it when a teacher or counselor went out of their way to help you with a jam locker or an especially tough assignment. Maybe you felt it when you were encouraged to take a chance as a dancer, singer, musician, engineer, debater, athlete, actor, photographer, gardener, cheerleader, or participant in any other Chaminade extracurricular activity. Maybe you even felt it in the dean's office when you realized that Mr. Hart and Mr. Norton were more concerned about you learning from your mistakes than giving out consequences. Maybe you felt it at a school mass where you stood together with fellow students of many different faiths, but one unifying desire to honor God and show respect for one another. Like all families, Chaminade has its share of challenges and disagreements, but it is often in conflict and adversity that families show the most strength and growth. I would like to think that one of this class's most significant accomplishments has been their unstinted support of classmate Nathan Newman, who has courageously faced a major health challenge this year. Many of you proudly wore Nod for Nate bracelets or walked as part of Team Nate Dog in an event sponsored by the Brain Tumor Society. I also know that many of you have expressed to me that as much as you felt the Chaminade family was a support to Nathan, his courage was an inspiration to all of us. Can you imagine what kind of amazing family photo album the class of 2013 would have? Austin's Back to School movie, another mock trial championship, Tina, Nikhil, and Peter at the Robotics World Championships, Ronnie, Amanda, Catherine, Dylan, Theo, and Jeremy singing at Carnegie Hall, Alex getting her pet chicken blessed, Athena, the first female wrestler, Brooklyn, Spencer, and Kevin debating at the national finals, an entire field hockey team celebrating a championship by running to congratulate the wrong goalie. These are just some of the highlights. Our family album would be filled with page after page of achievements, and each one of you would be a part of this colorful collage. But to me, the most lasting image of the class of 2013 wouldn't be of a student hoisting a trophy or performing on a stage. For me, the most memorable characteristic of this class would be that not only was this the largest graduating class in Chaminade Middle School history, but it would also be remembered as one of the nicest to ever walk this campus. Now, if you were using nice as an adjective in an 11-sentence paragraph, no doubt Miss Backle or Mrs. Medley would cite you for being vague. But when you are describing how a middle school student interacts with his or her fellow students and the school community in general, nice becomes a much desired modifier. This past winter, we hired a gentleman named Stuart Cade to come speak to our entire student body for our second annual Stand Up to Bullying Day. Mr. Cade has spoken to high schools and middle schools across the nation for many years. And at one point during his presentation, he told our students that ultimately it all boiled down to 3 words: just be nice. Pretty simplistic advice, but haven't you heard that advice from a higher authority? In today's first reading, St. Paul exhorts the early Christians in Rome to love one another warmly and to be eager to show respect for one another. That is what I have seen you do as tour guides in leadership class and as web leaders mentoring confused 6th graders. In the gospel proclaimed by Father Jim tonight, Jesus reveals how he expects us to treat our neighbor through his commandment, love one another just as I have loved you. Once again, I witnessed your loving spirit to organizations like NJHS, Student Council, Shine, and Friends of Rachel. On a daily basis, you serve one another, sometimes through being a patient listener, or sometimes by including someone who had no one else to partner up during a group project. These simple acts of kindness are the Marianist way and the epitome of family spirit, and they are what makes this a truly extraordinary class. By being nice, you made this campus a better place for everyone. One of the great things about being part of a family is that you always know where home is. So as we say goodbye to you tonight, please know that you are always welcome to come back. Also know that the administration, faculty, and staff at the middle school will be praying for you, thinking about you, and wishing you every success in high school. As you celebrate tonight, I challenge you to remember the 2 questions and to thank the family members who have been so instrumental in your life. I also invite you to remember the members of your extended Chaminade family, your teachers, counselors, and friends who have helped you navigate the past 3 years. Lastly, I ask you to give thanks to God, the Father of our human family, who will always be by your side through all your days. May God continue to bless the class of 2013.